Hi everybody, I thought I would read you a book today about the sea. This book is called We Both Read About the Ocean by Cindy McKay. Imagine you're a space alien flying high above the earth. You look down at the beautiful planet below, and what do you see? Water. You see lots and lots of water. And most of that water is contained in the oceans of Earth. The Earth is covered by much more water than land. You could fit all the land on the Earth into the oceans 3 times. There are 4 major oceans on the Earth: the Pacific, the Atlantic, the Indian, and the Arctic. There are also many smaller seas. These oceans and most seas are really one large connected body of water broken up by big pieces of land we call continents. The Pacific is the biggest ocean. You can sail on it for many days and never see land. When we look out at the ocean, we see a vast expanse of water, but when we look under the ocean's surface, we find an amazing world filled with deep trenches, high mountains, dark caves, and colorful coral reefs. We also find an enormous variety of plants and animals, from the tiny krill to the mighty whale. There are very small animals in the ocean. They are so small you can't even see them. There are very big animals. Whales are some of the very biggest animals to ever live on Earth. Life in the ocean can be divided into 3 major groups. The first group, called the plankton, includes the plants and animals that move and drift with the currents and tides. Many of these life forms can be found in tide pools, but most are so tiny you need a strong microscope to see them. These kinds of animals are not very strong. The water pushes them around. That is mainly how they move from one place to the next. Another group of plants and animals, called the benthos, live on or in the ocean floor. They can be found throughout the ocean, from the shore to the greatest depths of the sea. This group contains such unique life forms as coral, sponges, anemones, sea star, crabs, clams, and sea squirts. Some people call this animal a starfish, but it is not a fish at all. The real name for it is a sea star. The giant clam seen in this picture has a body made up of 2 shells connected by large, strong muscles. That's why it's so hard to open a clam shell. This is a sea fan. It looks like a plant, but it is an animal. There is another animal in this picture too. Can you find him? Do you see him? It's a seahorse. The third major group of plants and animals in the ocean is called nekton. These creatures swim freely through the water and include some of the most familiar of all sea life. A few of the creatures that belong in this group are whales, sharks, manta rays, sea turtles, and well over 20,000 different species of fish. There are many different kinds of shark. The biggest is called the whale shark. It is the biggest fish in the ocean. Some kinds of fish swim together in large groups called schools. Schools are usually made up of fish that are eaten by larger predatory fish. Maybe there really is safety in numbers. Not all fish swim in schools. This fish is the kind that likes to eat other fish. Most of the animals in the ocean are able to breathe underwater, but some ocean animals need to come to the surface to breathe. Whales and dolphins are mammals just like us, and they would drown if they could not get to the surface for air. Dolphins love to play. People like to watch them swim and jump. Sea turtles spend most of their time in the water, only coming to the surface to breathe. The only time they actually leave the ocean is to lay their eggs under the sand on the beach. About 2 months later, the baby sea turtles are born. Baby sea turtles are born under the sand. They have to dig their way out. Then they have to find their way to the ocean. There are many animals that don't live under the ocean but still depend on it to live. These include seabirds and marine mammals that live on or near the ocean shore. Seabirds come in many different shapes and sizes. One of the most unusual birds is penguins. Penguins do not fly in the sky like most birds. They use their wings to help them swim. Some people say they fly underwater. Sea lions, walruses, sea otters, and seals are mammals that spend much of their life in the ocean. They might move slowly and clumsily on land, but they are swift and graceful in the water. Most sea otters sleep on their backs in the water. All sea otters eat on their backs in the water. People also depend on the ocean. Since early times, humans have chosen to build cities near the water so they could harvest its endless bounty. People use the ocean in many ways. They get food from it. They use it to get from place to place. They even use it to have fun. When most people think of the food that comes from the ocean, they think of fish, but there are many other kinds of food we harvest from the sea. In some countries, seaweed is used to make all kinds of delicious dishes. Do you eat ice cream? Then you may have eaten seaweed. One kind of seaweed is often used to make ice cream thick. Moving people and things across the vast ocean can be a real challenge, so humans have built ships and boats of every size, from huge freighters to sleek sailboats and fancy cruise ships. Freighters are big ships that move things from one place to another place. They can carry cars, food, toys, and even airplanes. Long ago, big sailing ships would set out to cruise across the ocean. Occasionally, one would sink to the bottom of the sea. These old sunken ships are sometimes thought to be filled with treasure. Do you think this one has any treasure on board? Cruise ships carry people across the ocean today. Many people who take these ships love the sea and they love to have fun. There are so many ways to have fun in and on the ocean. You can swim, surf, sail, snorkel, collect seashells, and so much more. Seashells come in many sizes. Some are very small and some are very large. Some people think you can hear the ocean inside a seashell. Snorkeling is a great way to see what's going on underwater. It's wonderful to discover such an amazing world lying just beneath the ocean's surface. Many people fish to get food, but some people do it just because they like to. It's a nice way to spend time with friends and family. Unfortunately, another way humans use the ocean is as a dumping ground, but you can help. You can find out more about the ocean and you can share all you know with other people so that they'll keep it clean. The more you know about the ocean, the more you appreciate how important it is. It is one of our most precious resources. Life on Earth could not exist without it. If we take care of the ocean will help take care of us. The end. Thanks for watching.